Have you heard about the Bernina 790 Pro? If you haven't, this is going to be a great video for you to watch. I'm Megan with Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, and we're going to do a quick overview on all of the new features of the Bernina 790 Pro. If you haven't heard of Bernina before, they are a fabulous brand, and if you are very focused on precision, a lot of precision sewers go for the Bernina. Not only because it's just such a beautiful machine, but the stitches that you get out of it are so beautiful. One of my favorite things is that it does have a jumbo bobbin. So this is the size of your bobbin. How cool is that? I mean, it takes a lot to run out of thread when you have a bobbin this big. If you have the normal bobbins that most of us have, you know we run out pretty frequently. On the front, you'll notice that this has a nice big color touchscreen as well. So you can see exactly what you're doing and what function and features you're telling it to do. But we're gonna go ahead and hop in the sewing side of the machine really quick. So on the sewing screen, you'll notice I can see exactly what that stitch is going to look like, what my presser foot looks like, all of that, which is not new, but I just still love that feature. There are some new icons on the screen, however. Up in the top corner here, there's this little Wi-Fi symbol. Yes, this machine is Wi-Fi capable. So what that means is that it works with an app on your phone, and it works with the Bernina version 9 software to give you more decorative stitches. It lets you know if it's time to change your thread on embroidery with the app, and you can even send embroidery designs straight to the machine so you don't have to mess with the USB stick. How cool is that? Anyways, if I get off of the Wi-Fi, on the very bottom here they've added a new icon, and this icon is the needlepoint laser. So to show you, I'm going to put a little piece of fabric down, push that button, and you can see that little laser go down. That's exactly where my needle's going to drop. We're going to do another video later focusing just on this, but it actually does exactly where the needle's going to drop, even on your decorative stitches, your blanket stitches, any of that, so that you get the exact precision you want for the creativity that you're doing. How cool is that? And then there's, of course, one more feature that I absolutely am in love with. Every single machine that gets one, I'm so excited. It has an automatic needle threader. Not the needle threader that we're used to on Bernina, where you have to go down, swing around, and all of that. It is an improved version from the 880. So I can take my thread, I just put it up here, click it down, press that, and it does it for me. How nice is that? Can you imagine doing an OESD tiling scene with that? It makes it so much easier, so you don't have to sit there and really quick do that. Yes, we all become masters, but let's be honest, when the machine does it for you, it just makes it a breeze. So, and then when you hear this thing sew, it's just beautiful. Do you hear how quiet that is? It's quiet, it's powerful, and when you sew on the Bernina, you know that you've got good confidence on how good of a piercing power the machine has and how wonderful it's going to sew for you. There is another thing that I absolutely love on Bernina as well. It's the Creative Consultant, which once again, this isn't new, but they've done something really cool to it that I got really excited when I opened it up. So I'm gonna click on that, and you can see in here, it has words. So it's not just the icon anymore. You don't have to hit your question mark and press on it. It actually tells me lightweight woven, heavyweight knit, tulle and lace. So if I'm working on a specific fabric, so example, I'm working on just cotton right now, so I'd probably do lightweight woven. It gives me the exact techniques that I can do for it, including things like machine quilting, free motion quilting, applique, zippers, buttonholes, seams. So say for example, I'm going to do applique. Right here it tells me what stitch it recommends, what needle it recommends, what thread it would recommend, and what foot it would recommend. And if I think that sounds good, I hit that check mark, and it sets my machine up ready to go perfectly for that. How cool is that? All right, so that's a lot of the cool stuff on the sewing side, but let's flip over to the embroidery. So on the machine, I can go home, go to embroidery, and then the arm is going to calibrate. Oh yes, and it always reminds you to put your feed dogs down. Don't forget that. All right, so in embroidery, they've added so many cool things. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to go for text, because let's be honest, we all love making quilt labels, recipe towels, labeling things for school, all of that. So let's go to our text, and you'll notice there's 3 pages of different text that you can choose from. And there's up and down and side to side ones. There's some new ones in there. So I had a lot of fun with this Sashiko looking one. But what's nice is I can go in here and go, hi, and then I can enter everyone And I realized I just did that all in caps, but you do have lowercase, numbers, symbols, all of that. I can press that, and here's my text. If I go I for information, I can go in here. And of course, we're used to seeing that ABC where everything curves a little bit, but they've added stuff to it. So right here, I can change how far apart everything is with my top. I can change how close together my rows are, and I can change the orientation of my rows. That is something they didn't used to have, and I am so excited that they do, because there are so many instances where I've just wanted to make a quick little recipe towel gift or something for someone, and it was really nice to be able to switch that around. That's not the only thing that they've done new, though. With new stuff, if I go into this little guy, go to section number 2, in here, these are all BQM files. So if you have the Bernina Qmatic software, this machine can read the same files. So you can put some of those files into your machine so it can read it, and you can customize those. How nice is that? So I can go through, there's 8 pages of these that I can look at. I'm just gonna go with a pretty quick and easy one real quick. Let's find a fun one. Let's go with maybe something like that. So a little less easy, but really fun. So I've got it right there. Of course, I can choose my different hoops and everything like that. And it will take all of the hoops, including the new ones. So that's really cool. But I can go in here and there's like a warp feature. There's a perfect corner feature where it would take my hoop. Let me do that really quick. Put my hoop in. Switch my foot out so we're proper. Whoop, do your thing. And then I can tell her exactly where my block is. So I could tell her, let's see, I want an 1/8 of an inch border around it. I want a 1/4 of an inch. There are so many different things that I can do, and I can tell it exactly where these corners are. So if I didn't piece very straight, the machine will make it look like I did. How cool is that? I love it. So these are some of the coolest features that are with the new Bernina 790 Pro. If you want to come and check it out yourself, we have them set up in the store for you to play with, and I definitely think it's a machine worth playing with. We look forward to seeing you there, and I hope you enjoyed this video.